I'm sorry for the lighting. Honestly, I cannot be bothered. Just spent the last, 8 hours and 30 to 50 minutes doing my criminal law test. I am so incredibly glad that I'm done. Man, that test was something. And I feel like crying for 2 reasons. One, because I knew the material. So I knew the material, which is awesome because there's been so much negative self-talk happening, and I will catch you guys up on everything because I have a lot to catch you guys up on. So happy to be back, by the way. And then I feel like crying because there was just so much built up stress when I was taking that test that now it's gone, and I've submitted this paper that's going to be one of the 4 things that kind of feels like decides my future, and like the stress is gone now, and I'm just left with this weird jittery feeling. I'm trying not to think about like what I could have missed because that doesn't help anything. It doesn't really help anything. I just hope that I talked about what I needed to talk about successfully. My head hurts. I'm gonna go home and nap for 2 hours and then study for contracts this Friday. Welcome to the vlog.
About a case called Fitchy versus Yurko.
The birds are out in full force this morning. It's a good morning. I'm coming at you guys with the first presentable talking clip of this entire vlog, so there's that. At least I do look presentable and not crazy, because I realized the last clip was just like me giving very crazy lady screaming in her car vibe, but that was very much the vibe, so it is what it is. I didn't film Tuesday because I didn't really do much. I fell asleep late Monday, woke up late Tuesday, and then I just started studying, spent some time with my dad, and that was about it. I didn't have much to say. I was just kind of doing contract problems, you know, the usual fun stuff. I've been trying to make it more of a point to do something out in nature first before I start studying. Yesterday I didn't do that, so that can make my mental health bad. So today I'm on this walk and appreciating my neighborhood, and it's actually really nice. We have a pretty busy-ish agenda for today, mostly studying. At 10, I have a meeting with my tutor. We're just gonna go over some contracts practice problems and also like my answers, because I want to triple check that the way that I'm writing my answers are the correct format. And then at 3:30 I have office hours for contracts. My professor decided to host more office hours. During these sessions he's been pointing out specific exam questions from his past exams. So what I've been doing for the last couple of days or last couple of weeks when I do study for contracts is I look at those answers, obviously answer them, and make sure that I know how to answer them. That is what I will be doing most of today in my tutoring session, and then after the office hours it's just making sure that I go back to those questions, make sure I've pointed out every single issue as much as I can gather, and then have at least like it's called like a skeleton. I don't necessarily know how to explain this in the best way. It's just like if you answer enough questions you end up having like a pre-filled format, so you know that contract question is going to have, you know, consideration. So if you have like the definition, the rule of what consideration is already written out, when it's time to write the exam you just copy and paste. When I did my civil procedures exam last Monday, it was so helpful. I didn't realize how many skeletons I had for civil procedure, but then the questions came up and I just ended up copying and pasting. It seems like you're cheating, but you're not. But also it feels really weird to copy and paste into an exam. Obviously it's like incredibly helpful, so I want to try my best to make sure I have something like that for contracts. Obviously my outline already has the rule statements. I made sure to go and have all the rule statements I would need on there for every single, you know, case, synthesize rules, all of that. I just want to double, triple, quadruple check because I'm not the most certain about contracts. It's just like the one class where there's not a lot of guidance in what we're supposed to do. It feels really nice to just look at the world and realize there's more going on than just studying and exams in law school. I've been averaging like a 5 hours to 7 hours of studying every single day, and let me tell you, that takes such a toll. I know that it was going to be hard, but damn, no one really prepared me for how hard this actually is. T-minus 2 days before everything's done, all the exams are done, and I can't wait for that. I can't wait. I'm gonna go home in a little bit and get started with the rest of today. I am at the halfway point of my studying for the day, so I figured I would come and look at the sunset. I'm at this little like lookout spot slash beach in San Pedro, and I figured this was a good time for a little car chat so we can catch up on everything that happened since my last video, because I feel like quite a bit happened. The main thing that happened is just depression. There's no other way to characterize it. There's no other way to say it. Before finals started, one of the student organizations sent out like a listserv telling people like a bunch of tips about finals, and one of the tips was to make sure to make an appointment for like a therapy appointment for after finals. I remember reading that and thinking, why would I want to go to therapy after finals? Like, why would I need to go to therapy after finals? And well, after these 2-3 weeks, the way I'm going to be running into therapy when I'm done with all this is just, it's gonna be just so fast. The mental health just deteriorated just completely. I can't even begin to tell you guys how bad it was. From my last video, I had about 2 weeks where I just descended into absolute depression. It's one of the scariest thing that has ever happened to me, I think, in my life, because I honestly, when I was right in the middle of it, I did not think that I would come out of it alive, really. Like, I really did not think so. My train of thoughts, just my thoughts in general at that time, were so absolutely destructive, and it was just hard. Like, I would wake up in the morning with this like ball in my stomach, which would drop as soon as I opened my eyes, and it's just like there was just so much dread at being awake and having to wake up and study and then take a break and then study some more and then go to sleep studying and then all this other stuff. It was just so incredibly hard to deal with. I would wake up every morning crying immediately. As soon as I woke up, I would start crying. I would study and cry. Basically, I would spend all of my days for about 2 weeks straight, just straight up just crying every single day. I would have panic attacks every single day. I couldn't muster the will to do anything, and then that would make me even more depressed, because then I would feel like I just wasted time being depressed when I could have been studying. Then that would lead to more crying, and it's just like, it was a really bad cycle. And I'm glad that I'm feeling a lot better now, because I can't even imagine continuing to feel that way. I'm still incredibly scared. Like, I know that I have to go to therapy to deal with those feelings, because my fear of failure is so incredibly large that I am willing, at least thought-wise, I'm willing to do things that are so destructive so that I can avoid failing. And that will need a therapy session. It will need multiple therapy sessions, because the way that I was thinking was just not normal. It's not normal. It's not healthy. And if I'm going to continue to be in law school and be in this environment where I have to take tests like this and I have to do kind of things on my own, I can't be thinking this way. That's basically why I didn't post, because I was crying and I didn't want to be just crying, because the vlog would have just been me crying every single day. Additionally, your girl broke up with her boyfriend literally a week before my civil procedure test last Monday. If you've been here for a while, as in like the first LSAT that I ever took, you would know that I think 4 days before I broke up with my boyfriend before that test, I just repeating patterns, it seems. It just was not a functioning relationship, at least functioning in the way that I wanted to be functioning. That's also why I'm, you know, at my parents' house and not in Palm Springs anymore. It just was not working out for me, more because of everything that was happening at the time, of how depressed I was. When you're in that type of situation, you kind of expect a certain level of support. So I just ended up wanting to just go home and be with my family, and I did. And I'm so glad. I think as soon as I got here, you know, like a couple days after I got home, I just felt so much better about life, about everything. I've just been able to be so much more in touch with like myself, and just like spirituality, things have just been coming at me full force, and it feels so good. I have such a better appreciation for just happiness, for small things. So yeah, that is the life update. That is what you missed. So cool.
like I'm seeing double. You're on my mind.
Good morning. Happy day before the exam. I'm currently on the morning shift, and I realized yesterday that I didn't show you guys my niece. So I have a niece. My sister gave birth on November 4th, and that was also part of the reason why I was really excited to come home. This is my niece. Her name is Nova. I've been on the morning shift for the last 2 to 3 hours. And for most of it, she's been sleeping. She ate, she was tired, so we were laying down, took a nap. I was supposed to go on my walk, but you know, my sister just comes in, kind of drops the baby because she stays up all night crying and just fussing. She's a fussy baby, so I figured I would give my sister a break this morning and take her for a couple hours. The fact that I know she won't be sleeping for long but at least it's working for now. So I'm gonna change really quick while she's at peace. There's no better birth control than staying with a child for past the time that you think they're cute. Like when they're crying and pooping and throwing up on you and all that stuff. No better birth control. All right, we are ready for the day. Just washed my face, did all that stuff. I changed, feel a lot better being in like actual clothes. It is the day before my last 1L first semester final, and usually the day before the final I don't really do a lot of stuff. I can only rely on the amount of work that I've done so far, and the fact that at this point I kind of know what I know and then I don't know what I don't know. Gotta rely on my own studying and what I've been doing thus far. I've been putting in the work, all that other stuff. That's something that I was kind of missing before my first exam, which was for civil procedure, was just to rely on the studying that I did. I have office hours for contracts in about 10 minutes, and then after that we're gonna go get a coffee before we start doing like work and things like that. Shout out to sponsors at Duke, because I didn't know that schools would get sponsors who would give people just like Starbucks gift card, but I think the Black Law Student Association on campus got like a sponsor who gave everyone a Starbucks gift card, and I got one. So we're gonna get a coffee, and after that probably start studying. Guys, welcome to Friday, day of the exam. I am crying even though I was so ready to take the test, because I opened my laptop. I guess my computer restarted, and even though the files were on autosave, they did not save currently as of what I was working on last night, or even for like the last week, even though the autosave function was on. So all of my files are just gone. I'm missing like half of my outline. And all of the practice problems, all of my scripts, all of that, they're just gone. I've been sitting here just panicking because that really sucks, and that's all of my hard work. Obviously I don't know if I can like, I don't know, like I can't call the dean because I'm gonna have to redo all the work. I'm gonna have to retake all of the tests. It literally makes no sense, so I don't even know what I can do. Like, this is insane. I tried to do like a system like restore, but it didn't back up from before, so it's just like a shit show. It's just like a really big shit show. The only thing that is really going for me right now is that obviously I did the work, so I remember it. It just won't be as easy to do it, and I won't have like all of the things from my outline. Like I won't have anything, but at least I took great notes, so I can just like, you know, use my notes. It's just crazy. I'm at my dad's house. My sister's coming. She spent time with me so I don't freak out while I take my test. This is insane. I'm going to light some candles to relax. Okay, I have calmed down surprisingly fast. My sister came. She was surprised at how fast I calmed down. I have some of my work. I don't have all of my work. My candles are lit. And I'm just going to start my test and do my best. About to submit my exam 5 minutes ahead of time. Why is this the test, the one and only test where I've been able to have extra time when I finished? I don't know. Is that a good sign? Debatable. I did my best on it. I actually didn't end up really needing my outline that much. Is that a good sign? Debatable. I will not be speculating on this vlog. I just will not. I will not be speculating. I'm about to just send it in, call it a day, a motherfucking day on all of this 1L first semester crap. Like, I'm just done. I'm done. 1, 2, 3, send. An exam has been received. Holy shit. Okay. Good morning. I am currently grounding at the park. For those of you who don't know what grounding is, it's just walking on the ground barefooted or on grass barefooted, and I'm at the park and it feels so good to be moving. I realized that this vlog is probably like a little short-ish and more on the montage side. Basically, it's not like a usual finals vlog. I didn't really show a lot of me studying, mostly because I was studying and I did not want to have my camera out most of the time. But yeah, it's just not the usual vlog, and I do realize that. I think it has a lot to do with the fact of what I was talking about before, that this was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. I mean, definitely thought it was going to be hard. I thought it was going to be very, very hard, but the emotional side and just the mental health side of everything just kind of hit me the way that I was not expecting it to hit me. I'm just really kind of glad everything happened, because it just like fast forwarded some of the things that I needed to do in my life, like ending some relationships and just starting to realize some things about myself that I didn't know before. There is a squirrel right here. Obviously next month we're gonna have like such an exciting time, moving to North Carolina, going to take a road trip there, and then look for apartments. So obviously all of that will be vlogged, and apartment shopping, all that stuff. Law school, I will be like on campus, so I'm really excited to actually go and meet some of my classmates so that things aren't as bad when it comes to finals and studying and study groups and all that stuff. Also, a lot of my attention this month has just been about family. Like, I just spent all of my time with my family, which is also why like you guys don't see the later part of my day, because as soon as I'm done studying or I'm done taking my test, I just go and I take refuge in spending time with my niece, with my sister, just laughing, dancing, just being with them, because I will be missing them when I leave. It's about 11 a.m. I have really nothing on my schedule, which is awesome. I will be going to the store. I want to do my hair. I'm changing my hair. I want to do something short, like short braids, so I have to go get some braiding hair. And then tomorrow is the new moon. I think it's an eclipse tomorrow too, so I have to do or go get some material for that, mostly just things like candles. Oh yeah, this is the song of the day. Some of you guys probably already know what the song is. I just discovered it, but it's awesome. Just finished washing my hair, and it took me a lot less time than I thought it was going to take me, so I'm really happy about that. Look at the shrinkage. Look how short it looks, and then you just pull and it's just the beauty of black hair. I'm going to be doing a new hairstyle. It was supposed to be this weekend, but my mom actually booked me a session at a salon. There's this lady I used to go to when I was in high school, and one day, I think it was sophomore year high school, I was taking my hair down from some braids, and I noticed that my ends were really scraggly. They were really twisted together, not doing well at all. So I was like, okay, the best way for me to fix this, instead of combing it because it was hurting me so badly, would be to perm my hair. So I went, bought a perm, put it in my hair, and did not turn out well at all. Would not recommend. It ended up actually burning my ends, like burning them, like they were black, like scraggly together. I would comb them and they would literally fall off. It was really bad. So I went to this lady in a panic because I thought I was have to be like bald, and she fixed everything. Like, she's just magic. I haven't seen her in forever. Her products are kind of expensive, her services are kind of expensive, but she's really good with natural hair. And she actually fixed my curl pattern because it used to be a lot tighter when I was in high school, and through her products it just kind of relaxed. It wasn't like a texturizer or whatever. It was just literally just getting my natural pattern there, because before I went to her I had more closer to like 4C hair, which I still kind of do, but now it's a lot more relaxed. So I'm gonna show you guys what I want to do. This is essentially what I'm gonna get, or I'm thinking about getting, just a little bit smaller. I think this is Jordan Woods, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is Jordan Woods, just like a short braided bob, because I want a bob, but I hate wigs and I don't like the maintenance of wigs. I can't lay a wig down and I don't want to do that to myself. So that's what I want. I need to towel this off, put some oil in it, and then I am dropping Sweetie off at the airport.
I can see that changing, all the feeling, what I told you about